Hi, thanks for joining me again on the threshing floor. It's good to see you. This year has been an interesting year for me and Irene, my wife. We've really seen God bless us, encourage us, open doors of opportunity and make things happen that we at one time wouldn't have believed could possibly happen. So we are so grateful to God for that. But there have also been times this year when, in all honesty, we have wanted to give up. We've just had enough, and we have sat down at least twice this year and said to each other, can we continue? Or do we just call it a day? We tried our best, let's go back to England and let's just live normal lives again. And you know, fortunately we're still here and we're still doing what God has called us to do, so we didn't give up. But I just want to encourage you, those of you who are perhaps at that point, as we often are, where we just wonder if we can carry on. You know, the Bible talks about running a race, and we want to run a race well, and we want to finish well, don't we? And the first question that comes to me is, at what point do you start thinking about the finish of the race? And of course, you start thinking about the finish of the race right at the beginning of the race. Your eyes should always be on that finishing line, on reaching that finishing line well, on reaching that finishing line ahead of anybody else. And, you know, Paul writes to Timothy in 2 Timothy chapter 4, as for me, my life has already been poured out as an offering to God. The time of my death is near. I have fought the good fight, I have finished the race, and I have remained faithful. I so want that to be my prayer at the end of my life. And then Paul goes on to say, and now the prize awaits me, the crown of righteousness, which the Lord, the righteous judge, will give to me on the day of his return. And that's for us as well. In Acts chapter 20, Luke talks there, he says, life is worth nothing unless I finish. And that's so true, isn't it? You know, if me and Irene had decided to give up here in Spain this year, then the last 4.5 years would have been, what would they have been about? We would have accomplished nothing, or very little. We certainly haven't got to where God has taken us to. It would be worth nothing. And we don't want that to be the case in any of our lives, do we? In Galatians, Paul challenges the church there. You were running the race so well. They were giving up. Paul saw them as giving up on the race. Why? You were doing so well. Keep running. But then in Hebrews there, we're reminded by the writer that we need to run with perseverance. And of course, that's what me and Irene have had to do sometimes this year, is run with perseverance. You know, when you've got the pain in your side, that stitch, and the advisors around you tell you, don't worry, just run on through it, run on through it. And of course, they're not running, they're not in pain, but you are. But they are telling you the right thing. You know, when hard times hit us, when it seems impossible, when you just can't see a way forward, you need to keep trusting God and run that race. That pain will pass. That challenge will pass you by, and you will move forward. And I bear witness to that this year on several occasions, for which I'm thankful to God. Then we move on to Philippians chapter 3. Where Paul says, I press on to reach the end of the race. I press on. You know, we just talked about perseverance, and I press on. You know, as the Olympic runner comes to the tape, they lean right forward to press into that tape. And as we run, we must be leaning forward, pushing forward to the things that God has got for us, to see those things accomplished. And then in 1 Corinthians chapter 9, we read, run in a way that you may win. You know, that's what a race is about. It's about winning. And we must run that race as if with an intention of winning that race. And that's what I want you to encourage you to do. You know, let's do it together. Let's run this race together. Let's be known as encouragers. Let's encourage each other. Let's help each other. When we need perseverance, may we also be blessed with a brother or a sister that's there to encourage us forward. You know, when we feel like, just like the Galatian church, when we feel like we are losing our way, may we, brothers and sisters, be encouraging those that appear to lose their way. And so that we may cross the finish line together, as a body for Christ, to see God fulfill his plans and his purposes in each one of our lives. Thank you for listening, and I do hope this has encouraged you. And can I just say, if right now you just want to give up, God has given you what you need. Push on through. And I know it's you that's got the pain and not me right now. It's your pain, it's your struggle, but trust me, God does know. Just, if necessary, shut your eyes and push on through. You know, here in Spain we think about the bull in the bull ring, and there's that picture of where one has the bull putting their head down and just pushing forward. And that's what I'd encourage you to do. If you need to, put your head down and push on forward. Thank you again for watching this video. I hope it's encouraged you. You know, if you are struggling right now, drop me a personal note, and we'd love to stand with you in prayer. Thank you again. God bless and goodbye.